Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is the Nicholas Verstappen Chelsea Football Channel, and today we're going over Chelsea 2, Brentford 1. What can we say, guys? Insane result. Really well played the entire time, really up until the end. I mean, they had some moments in the 70th minute, but in the first half, extremely dominant. Second half, extremely dominant. Again, like we said, until you could say maybe the second half of the 70th minute to the 90th minute. We were absolutely all over them with a lineup that looked not even recognizable on the bench from what we've been seeing all season. Only one substitution. We'll get into that substitution later. Not like it played a major pivotal role, but the fact alone that we had a lineup that wasn't the main starting lineup in a way. One position I think mainly everybody wasn't expecting to play today, but the bench was the main thing. But we'll get into that in just a second. Incredible stuff. 7 wins in our last 7 matches, 5 of them being in the Premier League. Incredible. We are 2 points away from Liverpool in first place in the league. Would we ever have thought about that at the beginning of the season? Most definitely not. I'd be biting your hand off if you said that to me. Absolutely would be biting your hand off if you said that to me at the beginning of the season. We are also 7 points clear of the 4th place, I think, the last qualification spot for the Champions League, which of course is Nottingham Forest, which is already incredible as it stands. But we are 7 points ahead of that. That's technically 3 games ahead of them as it stands. That is absolutely nuts. We are also 4 points clear of 3rd place Arsenal, who haven't scored a goal from open play in 3 games. So take that as you may. But we are dominant. I'm wearing this jersey proud. I can't believe that most of our fans, the fans that held on through the tough times of the last 2.5 years, we can stand here and say we love our team. We have so much pride and so much joy. No longer Mud Brothers. The title race is on. I can't be one of these fans that says we're not in it anymore. I can't say that. I can't be the guy who's like, oh, it's just 3 points. We take as we go. I can't say that anymore. I can't do it because we are there. Enzo Maresca may not say it. The guys may not say it in the team, but they know it's there. They know how close we are. We know we're in second. We know we're only 2 points off. We're dominant. Absolutely dominant. Just like some of the players were in this one. There was a few outstanding players in this one. Some a little inconsistent, but I think everybody played a really major pivotal role in this one. Let's get into the lineup. Let's talk about certain players. So here's the lineup. Rob Sanchez, Mark Cucurella, Levi Cole, Tosin, Malo Gusto, Moy Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Jadon Sancho, Cole Palmer, Noni Madueke, and Nicolas Jackson up top. So getting from the back, how do we talk about Rob in this one? The first half, I thought I was going to lose it with this guy. He looks so not composed ever when he has possession, ever. I hate the way he plays the ball. He had a few good passes in this one, but the second half is what saved him. He made great saves. Norgard had one where he fell in his lap. He took a really nice volley, and Sanchez just makes an incredible save. Absolutely nuts. So it saves his game. It saves us as well in the process. He gets a 7. Mark Cucurella. Now, he got a red card, which it demolished. I was going to give him a 9. I was going to give him a 9 out of 10, but it's an 8 out of 10. The first goal of the game, he scores an incredible header. The way he's running to the box, and he somehow just like lunges his body at this ball, and it ends up in the back corner of the net. It's incredible. Mark was everywhere. His underlap, his overlap, the way he inverted into the midfield. I'm loving the way, we'll talk about another guy who did it in a second, but the way that Mark was able to put himself in the right positions at all times in this one. He's the best left back in the world. Nobody is really that close right now. He is otherworldly. Otherworldly, Mark Cucurella. He's incredible. Sadly, he will miss the next game against Everton, but I can't. It's nuts. There's no words for his performance in this one. He's the amount of shithousery he was putting out on the field today was incredible too, and that's why people hate this guy. I still love him. He plays for us, and that's all I care about. Colwill and Tosin, both 7s. I think Colwill may deserve even an 8. it's hard for me to give higher ratings when they give up a goal like that to Embuemo. It pissed me off so much that they gave up a goal. But I thought Tosin did very well, especially after the Kazakhstan flight. For him to play like he did, that's nut stuff from him. Colwell, I thought, did very well, especially that block in the first half. That he well positioned his foot there, got that block. That was really good by him. But very good defensive, solid play. Very good passing from both of them. I thought they both did great. Malo Gusto, he's finding his form at right back. I think he did well overlapping and underlapping as well. You saw how he was even getting in the mix in the midfield. It looked almost like both of the wingbacks were almost inverting at certain stretches to get more involved in the midfield. I think maybe Malo was doing it a bit more than Cucurella. But I think we saw Cucurella, I think, actually be a bit more of a underlapper, but I think or overlapper and underlapper. But I don't think he's playing more as a midfielder. But Malo, brilliant. I thought he did very, very well. I think the last 3 games have looked great for him. Enzo, I think, was it was a mixed game for him. The first half, I thought he was pretty mediocre. He lost the ball a few times, but the second half, he was a lot better in possession. He had even a chance to score. He kind of scuffed a little bit. But I think his passing overall was very good again. I think outside of that, though, it could have been a little bit better. I think he still deserves a 7 for his presence. I think he really did enough on the field to get a 7. Moises Caicedo is the best midfielder in the world. There's nobody close. I don't want to hear the Gravenberch nonsense. This guy is incredible. We're talking about Cucurella, who was everywhere. Moi Caicedo is the entire field. This guy, we're talking about field generals or something, guys who deserve everything. This guy gives everything. He's a workhorse. He has no stamina. We talked about how N'Golo Kante had no stamina bar. This guy is getting to be the exact same point. You saw him when he made that last ditch tackle. He was on the floor and then got fouled. He was on the floor absolutely washed because this guy was so tired. Moy is incredible. He's the best he's the best midfielder in the Prem. This guy is out of this world right now. Give Moy his props. Number 1, he gets a 9 out of 10. It's not a 10 out of 10 because actually it should be a 10 out of 10. Give him his props. Absolutely incredible stuff. Jadon Sancho was my pick for player of the match. He didn't win it, of course, but I still think he was very valuable. He got in certain moments. He had a chance to get a goal in the middle of the second half. He didn't really take it very well. He got around the goalie, and then he should have just shot it when he got that first. He shouldn't even have taken a touch. I think he should have just taken it first time. But in all honesty, he was getting in the right areas. He was playing pretty solid defense to back it up. I think he did his job to a decent extent. I think that he gets a 7. Cole Palmer, 8 out of 10. Made the right passes, made the right dribbles. He was doing the right things for your team in this one. That's why I was so happy. I thought he got injured in the first half off that corner, but he was working off of it very, very well. I think he played outstanding. Noni gets an 8 as well. He found himself in the right areas so many times. He backtracked on defense quite a bit. He played pretty well. I think I have to look at the ground duel stat. I'll bring up the sofa score at the end. We can look at it. But I think this was a really good performance by Noni. He got himself an assist on that Cucurella goal. But this was just, how you put it, like this is the perfect winger display from Noni. The way he was able to get wide. I don't know who their left back was, but he could not handle him. Noni was doing everything he needed to. When Neto gets back into this lineup, it's going to be really hard for Enzo Maresca to make some of these decisions, to be honest. And then Nico Jackson gets a 7. Now, Nico Jackson's performance in this one was it's such a hard one to gauge because the first half, super mediocre. Second half, super mediocre. He had a chance where he could have easily put this thing in the back. I don't know if it was in the first or second half. Somebody, I think, put this ball on a plate for him. I think it might have been even Jadon Sancho. Puts a ball on the plate for him, and he's just static, and he's not even ready for the pass. He just laces it over the bar, like 5 feet away from the net. He's pissed at himself. Now, a normal player could let their mentality could slip up. Instead, he scores. I think it was only around 10 minutes later. It's incredible stuff from Nico Jackson. He gets his 9th of the season in 15 games. He's been out of this world for us this season. In games like this is why Enzo Maresca talks so highly of him. Like I just said, a normal player may not have been able to kind of score that goal. Enzo played that pass into him, and he gets onto it well. And he doesn't think about anything passing wise. He does a little shuffle. He goes to his right, laces it in the back right corner of the net, and he gets a goal. So brilliant to Nico Jackson this one. And I wanted to show the statistics. of this game because I simply wanted to see this first. When's the last time we've seen a sofa score where there's been 0 players that get below a 7 average rating? I don't remember the last time I've seen that. Our bar was incredible until, of course, around that 70th minute, 65. You could see where Brentford had a bit more possession in this one. But I think this is incredible. A 7.35. We were so dominant. Then you look lower down, 26 shots to their 9. We were wasteful, in my opinion, in this one. I really do think we were wasteful in this one. They honestly had more big chances. I don't know which ones count as big chances, as I think we had a lot of big chances in this one. We had 8 shots, so a few of our shots were a little wasteful, but we were completely dominant in this one. When you look at the statistics, it looks closer, but it wasn't close. We had chances. We really did scuff them quite a bit. And of course, Nkunku was the only sub, but it really didn't even matter in hindsight. Again, I don't think that anybody else off the bench would have made it much better. When I saw the bench, I was like, damn, there's a lot of guys from Kazakhstan on the bench. What's going on? Of course, we found out that Lavia and Benoit have slight knocks and they should be available for Everton, but that's besides the point. What do we think about this game? I just think it's incredible that we're in the position we're in, and I know as Chelsea fans, we're all praising the guys, and we're ready for the next one. Keep bringing on these teams. Everton are one of the worst teams in the Premier League. We just got to continue this stretch. We're, I think, away at Goodison Park in the next one as well. Bring it on, boys. Bring it on. Up the Chels. Up the Chels. Let's go. Like, subscribe. Look at the TikTok and Instagram, Nicholas Verstakis CFC, for more content revolving around this. See you guys on the preview or a following video during the week. See you guys then. Peace.